sitting on the pavement with the cinnamon buns, like, off. Yeah.
Welcome back to Can You Not? I'm Joe. I do movie things.
Oh, we're introducing ourselves?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the first of the year for us.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, first of the year, yeah.
Okay, I'm Amber. I pretend to study engineering sometimes.
I'm Brian. Film.
You know, we get we get new listeners all the time, so you never know when this might be their first episode, which woe be unto you, because this
Happy New Year, if I can still say that.
You can probably say that. I don't know if they said
it's not unhappy yet.
I don't think the three of you said it in the last episode. Nor did you say the topic until halfway through.
Listen! We did the best that we could!
I applaud you. You guys.
It was like 8 a.m, Joe. What do you want?
I thought it was a good episode. Bryce was like, it was probably a boring episode. I was like,
I liked it.
I thought it was good.
I need to listen to it still.
Your mom shared it.
Hey.
She was like, listen up to the ladies, and she shared it.
My mom's cute. Yeah, she told me, she said she liked it.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good.
Well, today's topic is dinosaurs. Guess who chose that one?
Mike Wazowski over there.
And I'm not even actually a particularly big fan of dinosaurs, but I just thought I chose it, so whatever.
What?
So.
Like they're a rapper. I'm not a big fan of dinosaurs. I listened to their last album.
It was alright, it didn't make my top 15.
This begins with a story. So, my roommate and I went to Orlando for some days over break. And we drove there because we hate ourselves, probably. But, so on our way down there, we saw one of those brown signs that is meant for, like, there's an entertainment thing. And it said, Big Musky Bucket.
Oh.
And James and I were like, what is this? So he wouldn't get off the exit. I don't know why. I really wanted him to. So instead I Googled it. And it turns out that the Big Musky Bucket was a coal mining drag line owned by the Central Ohio Coal Company. So this is like way southern Ohio, on 77 somewhere. It weighs 12,200 tons, and when it was fully built, it was 22 stories tall, and it was used to do open pit mining in like this city. And I'm just gonna read you some statistics. So it started being in operation in 1969. There's no other thing as big as Big Musky. It's the name of this dragline. It had to be custom built. It was 160 feet tall. It was just this crazy huge thing, but it used so much electricity and it cost so much money to operate that they actually decommissioned it, and they just kind of let it sit, like, after they had decommissioned it. And then some environmental protection thing came in, so they had to dismantle it. They literally had to use dynamite to blow apart this thing because it was so huge. And they kept the bucket, though, that they actually scooped stuff like the pit out with. And the bucket is just sitting there now, and, like, there's a picture next to the bucket of a marching band playing inside the bucket. Like, the bucket is huge, and it's like, oh my god, it is monstrous. So I'm gonna find the statistics because while working, Big Musky used the equivalent of the power for 27,500 homes, costing tens of thousands of dollars an hour just in power costs.
Wow.
And they actually had to have special agreements with the local Ohio power companies to accommodate the extra load. Like, that is how huge this thing was.
That's pretty crazy.
So, you said dinosaur.
Yeah.
And I just posted a picture of this thing on my Instagram, and it's, like, probably bigger than dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
so that's
my topic.
Okay.
So we can talk about that. I can read you more statistics. Open pit mining is terrible. They actually reclaimed the it's a park now, but they reclaimed the open pit that Big Musky had mined.
Big Musky.
Because
that was my name in high school.
I'm sure it was. Oh my god.
That sounds like a gay porn name.
That was Jesse, by the way.
Oh, the other fun thing is that it was so big and heavy that it couldn't really move, so it didn't have wheels or like treads.
Yeah.
Instead, it had 4 feet that had to walk it, and it could only walk at 1/10 of a mile per hour. It was a dinosaur. 1/10 of a mile per hour was its top speed.
Wow.
Is it Stegosaurus? It was a Stegosaurus.
Was it? You think?
I think so. That's my theory.
I don't know. It's just crazy because what I think is funny is they might not have been mining coal. I think they're mining coal though. But coal is what we use to generate electricity. But
right.
this thing used so much electricity. Like, I wonder.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they just kind of decommissioned it when it stopped making the money. But, like, holy crap.
Was it ever making money?
Right. That's the question. It was powering itself, basically.
They spent money to build this thing.
Right.
They spent tons of money to build this thing.
More power than it was creating.
Here's a question. Why is it called Musky?
That's just what they called it. It was Big Musky was the name of the thing. This is, okay, here's a picture that you friends out actually listening to this can't see. But this is the actual thing, and I want to show you a picture of just the bucket real fast. Because it's insanely big. Like, the chains that are still laying around it that hooked up to this thing are, like, the diameter of my, like, arms.
Yeah.
Like, all the way
it looks
around.
like a house attached to it that is
It's
controlling it.
huge. And then this is just the bucket. Like, sitting on some rocks.
Damn.
It's on my Instagram, which
So
is
if you wanna
also
follow,
at Amba J.
Amba J. Can you spell that for us?
It's Amba J. Isn't it gonna be in the thing?
No, I don't. I only put the can you not social media links on there anymore.
It's at AMBAHJAY. You'll figure it out. But anyway, I just thought this was pretty crazy. We just kind of found this thing driving to Orlando.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So Ohio made lots of money mining and stuff. Basically.
Brian, what's the coolest roadside attraction you've ever been to?
Oh my gosh. The world's largest wind chime.
What? Where is that?
I can't remember, but it's pretty freaking awesome.
I'm gonna
Because
Google
we
it.
got to do it. I think we're in the South somewhere. Somewhere down there.
Illinois?
That's not the South.
No,
Well,
that's
we were
not
coming
popped
from
up.
Oh, the South. Illinois.
Yes, that's it.
This?
We were
no,
coming
it's in
from the
Illinois.
South.
That
Yeah.
looks really
We
cool.
were coming
actually.
from New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It was fun.
I'll give you that. Did you get to hear it where they chime in?
Yes. It was pretty awesome. You got to like go up and do it. Like
What did it sound? It probably just sounded like.
sounded like boom boom.
That's what I was thinking. Like just
boom,
giant
boom,
metallic
boom.
tubes hitting it.
Yeah.
Also on this site are the world's largest rocking chair, the world's largest golf tee, the world's largest pitchfork, the world's largest wooden shoes, the world's largest mailbox, and the world's largest crochet hook and knitting needles. So somebody's making these things for some reason.
Yeah, but who made the largest pitchfork? Who decided?
The
Who wanted to
pitchfork?
do that?
Can we make the world's largest laptop?
Would it need to be functional?
I think it
I
would
don't
be.
know.
It
What
would need
is
to at
this?
least
This
display
is
a graphic.
stupid. This is also in Illinois for some reason. I'm reading this.
Illinois
thing.
is just the land of the small town oddities because they don't have anything
Wait.
else to offer. Well, okay,
it
maybe they
can't
have
be a
Chicago.
laptop if it
I was
can't
thinking
sit
Indiana,
on your
sorry.
lap.
It's an Earth top.
An
Earth top.
It's a laptop for Mother Earth.
Yeah. What about you, Joe? What's the coolest roadside thing you've
Oh
ever
man,
seen?
I haven't done as many road trips as y'all. I went down to Cincinnati. Brian and I went to the majestic,
God, no.
the majestic
That was
place known
great.
as
That's not-
Jungle Gym.
That's not
Gyms is
roadside. though.
amazing.
If you're in Cincinnati,
Oh my god.
go to Jungle Gyms. There's a outhouse.
We need to go to Jungle Gyms on the way to DC.
We definitely need to.
If
go
there's
to
one
Jungle
on, we
Gyms.
shouldn't go out of our way to go to Jungle
Oh,
Gym.
we
Yes,
should
we
definitely
should.
go out of our
Yes,
way to go
we
to Jungle
should. Yeah.
It's like imagine
It's so worth
imagine
it.
like you go into a supermarket and you think it's just a regular sized supermarket and then you find out it's like 25 supermarkets attached to each other.
With
Not
a
only-
movie theater.
It's got a little movie theater that tells you the story of Jungle Gyms. It's got an outhouse that when you open it actually expands into a full bathroom somehow.
literally.
Like you go inside and
The
just,
porta potties are a full bathroom.
They have like 45 aisles of alcoholic drinks. I kid you not. It goes on forever.
They had an aquarium.
Well, I think that was actually for the fish.
I know,
that you
but
could buy.
still,
It was basically
there were
an aquarium,
enough
though,
types of fish
with all the crabs
that
and
I
the
wanted
lobster.
it to be an aquarium, so I'm calling it an aquarium.
We Snapchatted that night at Jungle Gym.
Did I save those? That was before you could.
I think you could always save them.
No, like in my memories, so they're on my old phone.
Oh, damn.
Which is broken.
That means we have to go back to Jungle
Yes.
Gyms.
Absolutely.
Circling back, I've just been reading because I don't care about Jungle Gyms. I've heard so much about it already.
Amber refused to go with us that
I had
also,
stuff.
Brian and I went to our fancy filmmakers
We
dinner
did.
that night.
And we watched Invader Zim at the B&B. Okay, no, I found this cool thing. So the thing I was originally talking about, this big muskie, it cost $25 million to build in 1969, which is the equivalent of $163 million today, adjusted for inflation.
Can you imagine the government putting any sort of money?
Its bucket could hold 2 Greyhound buses side by side. It took over 200,000 man-hours to construct over a period of 2 years.
And woman hours. And
I'm reading the week. God,
and people
Joe.
of other genders.
Joe.
What?
Reading the thing.
Transgender hours.
Transgender. What does that even mean?
That sounds like
Not man
that's gonna be in Trump's America. He's gonna like create transgender slaves, and he's gonna.
Oh, what?
What?
It's gonna be transgender hours.
Let
same
us
measure
pray
things.
that he does not do that.
Please, please. Well,
I was-
he does love Caitlyn Jenner because Caitlyn Jenner is a Republican, and
How did we
she
get
always blows
here?
him.
I thought I picked
She
the
what?
most straightforward.
She does what?
I didn't mean literally, but she. In fact, she's going to the inauguration and everything. It's like
There's a
why?
band at the inauguration celebration. It's a
Your
cover
tea
band.
for the day.
It's a cover
Joe
band.
Kowalski announces that Caitlyn Jenner is blowing Donald Trump.
What were you saying?
There's a band that's gonna play at the inauguration.
Oh,
It's a cover
It's a
band.
cover band instead of the real band.
Yeah, and
Oh
it's
my
called the Reagan Years.
What?
They only
It's
play
called Men to
music.
Boys.
They
You're
only play music that was written during Reagan's presidency.
That's the stupidest cover band idea I've ever heard. And I went to a Journey cover band with Bryce once.
That's funny as hell.
Crazy. Reagan
Wow.
beat Trump.
I
That's-
love how this episode's about dinosaurs.
That's about
We're
as
doing
mu-
our best,
That's
Jesse.
about as much of a cover band as this episode is about dinosaurs.
I wanted to talk about movie music because Jurassic Park has some of my favorite movie music of all time.
Great score.
I am a huge John Williams fan.
hmm
I love Jurassic Park.
He's a badass mofo.
Yeah, and Star Wars.
Indiana
And-
Jones.
Yep.
Indiana Jones is amazing.
Tons of other things.
That's got great music.
So I just wanted to know what you guys' favorite movie music was.
Yes, once again about dinosaurs.
Kinda. Hey,
Kinda.
Jurassic Park.
It's true.
Harry Potter
Jurassic Park is
and
frightening.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Or not Lord of the Rings, I'm sorry, Pirates of the Caribbean. I was thinking of Lord of the Rings and I said that instead. No, Pirates of the Caribbean has one of the best riffs ever,
Yeah,
and so does Harry Potter.
agreed,
Like,
agreed.
such a good job.
I do agree a lot with a lot of John Williams. I think the Harry Potter theme by him is pretty damn good. A lot of the other ones. But if I had to choose probably my favorite movie soundtrack score, it might have to be Back to the Future. Alvin Silvestri. That one gets me pumped every time I hear that main, that bum bum bada bum 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 bada bum 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 bum. It's just so good. It's so memorable. There's so many memorable. But I also really love, there's a composer named John Bryan, and he did music for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Punch Drunk Love, Paranorman, so many good movie scores. He is brilliant.
You know who I want to see some more movie scores from? Jay-Z.
Yeah, the Great Gatsby one was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He did the Great Gatsby?
Mm-hmm.
And
Great Gatsby.
Or did he not do any? He just had a lot of stuff. in it.
No, he
was
he
producer.
did
I know
like
that.
this main score with, I believe.
For Annie?
Oh, for Annie? I am
I
pretty
know
sure.
he was executive producer.
I mean, obviously he didn't write the original songs,
Yeah.
but
That's interesting. I didn't know Jay-Z did Great Gatsby because the guy who wrote Great Gatsby also did Moulin Rouge.
yeah, Baz Luhrmann.
So like
Let's tilt the camera more and more until we fall over.
Oh, see, I thought Moulin Rouge is great. I love Moulin Rouge. So I just thought it was like the way he does stuff like musically
agree,
with
it's a cool
his
style.
movies are just it's like really, really, really cool. So I didn't realize Jay-Z had done that one.
You know who also did a great? Daft Punk doing the Tron Legacy soundtrack was great. That movie was like but the soundtrack was awesome.
You know who does? Well, no, never mind.
Okay, really quick though. The BoJack Horseman opening
Yes,
is the best.
that is a
Never heard
great,
that.
great.
Okay,
opening.
okay. It's the Black Keys wrote it.
Well, the drummer from the Black Keys.
Somebody from the Black Keys wrote it. It is so cool. Like
I really
it's,
like it.
Oh my god. Like
What is another good TV opening theme music?
Whole universe was in the hot.
no.
Oh man, what? I'm gonna say.
You know what was I just singing yesterday? Oh my gosh! Hey Jesse, do 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 do.
You were singing that the other day. I really like the theme song for.
Dexter's Lab has a good opening.
Oh, that one had a great one too.
Because it's just like it's no words. It's just the
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
every Disney Channel show from our era of Disney Channel.
Yeah, I admit, guilty pleasure, the Drake and Josh theme song.
Sister had like the catchiest opening theme too. Like man.
Impossible is a good one.
Shut up! No, I hate that one. Stupid.
Oh,
The
man.
worst.
I can't remember Raven from Raven.
That's so Raven.
You're right.
It's the future. I can see. That's so Raven.
You know who needs to
It's
remake that?
mysterious to me.
Orlando Brown remake.
Orlando
I'm
Brown
saying it
remix.
now. Orlando Brown and Suede the Remix God should make a remix of the That's So Raven.
You know,
theme song.
you know, what had another great theme song
Teen
is the
Titans.
Phineas and Ferb show.
Yes, Phineas and Ferb.
I like the Teen Titans opening theme a lot.
Oh, that one had a good one too.
What was the Hey Arnold opening theme? Did they have? Oh yeah. I
You know,
remember
was
now.
another
Okay.
good one? The Arthur theme song by Ziggy Marley.
What?
I don't even.
Yeah.
Did Arthur have a theme song?
Yeah. Listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes.
That was.
I don't
Get
remember
together.
that.
Yeah, that was Ziggy.
I don't
By
remember
working
that.
together, it's a simple do-do, and it comes from the heart.
and now I'm 50 times.
You want to know?
And-
Shut up, Jesse. You want to know the
And-
theme song that I hated?
Hey.
What?
The Rugrats opening.
But
I hated it. It
You
was
know-
disgusting.
you know who did all the music for Rugrats was someone from Devo.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Yeah, I never liked the music of Rugrats very much.
I never liked Rugrats.
Did you
very
know
much.
though that the Magic School Bus theme song is another one that I really loved.
Shout out to Joe's soundtrack,
And-
by the way.
And guess who wrote that one? Little Richard performed the Magic School Bus theme
What?
song. Yeah,
Magical.
it's awesome. Ride on the Magic School Bus.
I remember that.
What other
Little Richard.
shows?
You know which has a
did I
great
watch?
short but sweet one is both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
I don't
They're,
even
like, so
remember
brief.
what they.
Like the Breaking Bad was
The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead was good. Also, if anyone's seen Game of Thrones, very good.
I want to watch it.
Oh, see, the problem is Netflix starts skipping the opening themes after a while. So I'm
know.
trying to remember from the shows
always-
that I like because I know that
Yeah.
they're good ones. I seem to remember Joss Whedon's Dollhouse. I think that has a good opening.
Firefly has the best.
Oh
theme
yeah, for real! How did we forget about
take
that?
my land, take me where I can.
Yeah,
stay.
no, I like
Grace, this Grace
everything.
Rest in peace to Shepard Book and his actor who passed
Grace
away
is,
last
has
year.
an okay thing.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. They don't play it anymore though.
What? Oh,
It was
Yeah, it was good.
What about
They
The
don't play it
Office?
ever. Yes.
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 The British and the American one both had great themes.
Yes.
I haven't seen the British Office, but
What about?
You're missing out.
I'll look it up.
Oh, wait a second. Sanford and Sons has a great theme song.
We had to play the theme song for Sanford
Oh my
and
God.
Sons in jazz band for 4 years. I hate it so much.
It's so good though.
I've never even seen Sanford and Sons, and I know the opening theme.
It stars Red Fox.
Awful.
Maybe I have. I don't
Here, wait. You gotta hear just a moment.
Do do do.
Yep.
God, I hated this song.
Boom, 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 boom,
Not
boom.
talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, of course.
What is wrong with that?
Number one, they win. And Phineas and Ferb are a close second.
You know what's another one that has stood the test of time is the Monkeys theme song.
No.
Hey, we're the Monkeys.
I still think BoJack Horseman needs to get like.
DMX made the Reading
third or
Rainbow
something.
theme song 50 times better.
The Reading Rainbow was pretty good.
Jingle book.
Reading Rainbow, somebody.
Now that
You've never heard the DMX?
you have to bring that up. You know what's had another really good one that I'm reminded by because I'm looking at a list is the Happy Days theme song.
No.
Yes.
No.
Happy Days. And I met Fonzie once.
I'm trying
Take
to think.
a-
What
He
else
was
did
in
I
our
even?
movie.
What else did I even watch?
Oh my gosh.
I can't think of anything.
So many good TV themes.
What about the thing from Law and Order that's just the gavel? It's iconic.
Oh my god. I love the 60 Minutes theme.
Ooh, I found DMX Reading Rainbow.
Oh boy.
Play that. Funky music, not white boy.
My Have fun editing, Joe.
I'll leave that one in. I'll see if iTunes has any complaints.
That was transcendental. How have I never heard that before? That's the
It's
funniest.
great.
Yeah, it's another good one. Sesame Street.
Yes, I agree, actually.
Sunny days, sweeping the clouds away
On my way.
to where the... even though I hate the show, even though I don't like the show, I think Family Guy has actually a really good theme song.
I
What?
love
Yeah.
Family Guy.
You hate Family Guy?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan.
I'm not a
Not
big
a fan?
Family
And I
Guy.
gotta say Malcolm in the Middle for my friends, They Might Be Giants.
You're
They're
forgetting
great.
Static Shock.
Oh!
I don't know that one.
We talked about this before, and you're like, I never saw it.
I don't
And
think I've seen
it's
that
one of
either.
the greatest.
Here, let me give you a reminder.
There you go, Static.
Hold on.
Shall we?
Joe is Static
Do you have
Shock's
any
friend.
theme
Oh,
songs?
I think I just didn't watch this
I'm
show.
now Static Shock.
And now Joe's the white guy friend.
Yeah.
All I have to do is have a white t-shirt on, and I am Static Shock.
There were shows that I just refused to watch for no real reason, and this was one of them. I just never
Static
watched
Shock?
this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta go back and
You're more
watch
of
it.
a rock.
That was actually my
No, I didn't like
childhood.
Rocket Power very much either.
He was the first black superhero I knew.
Watching it, so
Static Shock.
The Wild Thornberry.
Fat Albert was the first black superhero I knew.
What the joke?
Rest in peace, Bill Cosby. Alright, now it's time for a sponsor. We care about the ingredients in the food we eat and the beauty products we use, but why shouldn't the same be true of our tampons? LOLA was founded with a simple and seemingly obvious idea. Women shouldn't have to compromise when it comes to tampons. Since LOLA was created by women, for women, they created a product that they would want to use themselves. LOLA tampons are 100% natural and 100% easy to feel good about. Unlike major tampon brands,
Which
like
have carcinogens
like
in them.
Oreo and Nesquik, LOLA offers complete transparency about the ingredients found in their tampons. No BS, no mystery fibers, no more doubts about what's going in your body. LOLA tampons are 100% cotton with no added chemicals, fragrances, synthetics, or dyes. Plus, it comes in a simple, customizable subscription so you'll never need to make another frantic trip to the drugstore. So, for you Can You Not listeners, Lola is offering a 50% savings on your first order. Get your first 2-box order for just $9. It's regularly $18. If you go to trymylola.com/canyounot. So for all women and trans women out there, wait.
I think you mean
trans men.
men.
I meant to say, oh my god, I just sounded really bigoted there. I meant to say trans men.
For all you people with vaginas.
Yes, for anyone with a vagina, that covers it all. You can try Lola by going to, that's once again, trymylola.com/canyounot. I did it. Mine's probably the most about dinosaurs. My favorite dinosaur is... No. I was saying, so... At least when I was little, I was always sold this myth that, like, dinosaurs was, like, the cool boy thing. You know? Like, it was, like, boys are into dinosaurs and girls are into, like, tea parties or something. Mm-hmm. Which, now looking back, I'm like, why did we genderize a species of animal? Like, that seems kind of weird now.
As if there were no female dinosaurs.
Yeah, there were plenty. And the female ones were said to be even worse in terms of predator nature.
We're very delicate, we females.
Yeah. And so it makes me think a lot about the things that we weirdly genderize a lot. And first of all, why do you guys think that dinosaurs were said to be boy things?
Because they're scientific and because they're not pink.
That's what I was about to say. The idea that, like, science and math are boy things, and stuff like reading and writing are girl things.
Do you think if back then we knew that they had feathers, that they would not be so genderized because they'd be like, oh, I don't want to play with something with feathers. They're supposed to be scary.
I mean,
well,
I don't think so.
I think also the idea that, like, the dinosaurs are... Because all dinosaurs at first were considered to be, like, mean, vicious creatures. Like, oh, they're all so scary.
Yeah.
You know? The dinosaur that's worshipped the most is the one that tears people apart. So.
Right, and it's like how people do the thing where they think all cats are girls. Like, I mean,
right.
you people project genders onto things.
Even all boats and cars are girls, weirdly enough.
That's odd, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with it just being a scientific thing, because it's archaeology and that kind of stuff, so...
I mean, I went to, when I was growing up at the church my family went to, there was this little girl who was obsessed with dinosaurs so much, like, to the point where it wasn't just, like, I know, like, 5 different kinds of dinosaurs. She had, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of dinosaurs.
I have a friend like
which
that.
was awesome. And she would assign, she'd be like, you're kind of a, I don't know, Burfophosaurus, you know? And I'd be like, oh, why do you say that? And she'd be like, oh, because, like, it has this feature. Like, I just thought that was so cool. I feel like it's a little less now. I don't feel like the dinosaur myth is sold as much as from what I used to see. I think there's more.
I feel like there are other things that are projected onto men more than dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think dinosaurs kind of... Like, people like computers now. Like, you know, so there's that. And also I feel like, you know, the conversation keeps moving forward. So there are a lot of more people who are aware of, like, gendered toys and stuff, so it helps.
There's a lot. They still kind of sell, like, the cars are for boys thing a bit, I think.
I think it depends on where you... Like, the packaging itself kind of does, but I think it was Target got rid of their gendered toy aisles.
Yeah. Do you remember how upset people were about that for no reason at all?
Yeah, it's stupid.
It wasn't even, like, we're taking away, like, packaging and stuff like that. It was just, like... We're just not gonna say boys aisle and girls aisle, like as if someone couldn't figure out what they wanted.
What's really funny about that is all the stuff is still in the same aisles. It's not like they were
they didn't switch.
We're gonna put Barbies next to Hot Wheels and put, I don't know, Cheetah Girls dolls on the whole other side.
You can tell Jesse understands the children of today because all children who are 4 years old in 2017 play with Cheetah Girls.
You mean Brian?
Brian is.
You said Jesse.
Oh, I said. I'm sorry.
Why? doesn't even have to be an issue. Like,
I'm so sorry
drinking
to the
hot
both of
chocolate
you.
back there, so like, chill.
Why are you
Jesse's drinking his
apologizing?
hot chocolate.
It's okay.
An interesting thing though, just talking about like the psychology of gender and of
Yeah.
like gendered toys and things, is I
Yeah.
actually read an article where there are like these new wave like progressive parents who are like dead set on raising their kids without prescribing them to feminine or masculine things. And a lot of times, at least this particular article found that a lot of times the kids want the toys that are aimed at them, and that's I mean, society has part to do with it.
Yeah.
But like part of it is it's just the way the kids end up being inclined, I guess. Yeah.
Maybe.
So I don't know. I think we should just let them play with whatever they want. And girls' toys don't just need to be pink. For
Yeah.
real, like for real.
Okay, so
I think it's more important that like if you're gonna have like gender, I don't want to say like gender roles in terms of like the toys that they play with, but like
If you're gonna make them masculine or feminine.
yes, you make sure that it's something that like they can use at like I wouldn't want to buy my daughter Barbies knowing that all Barbies are, I mean, not nowadays, like there are different types of Barbies, but if every Barbie is skinny little white girl and I have a black girl who 9 times out of 10 they don't grow up to be like extra skinny.
they don't get to grow up to be a white girl.
Yes.
9 times out of 10.
But you know what I mean? Like, I think it's much more important that you look for toys that are not going to influence your child in a bad way
Yeah.
Right.
than it is to say, oh, well, I would rather you not have gender-specific toys, you know?
Yeah. For example, I grew up and I didn't have toys. I had a box of rocks and used apple cores that we played with, and that's why I am the way I am.
How do you use an apple core, Joe?
We found the most creative
You watch
ways
it rot.
to use an old apple core.
So, another thing that is interesting is that when you actually, like, see real children, like, I mean, obviously everything influences your brain one way or another, especially when you're growing up. But, like, I played with Barbies a lot when I was a kid. Like, I love Barbies. And I feel like, and this is another thing I read somewhere that somebody else had this opinion and I agreed, is that people, like, go, oh, little girl, she's playing with dolls. That's so cute and innocent. But, like, the games that we would play as little feminine children got pretty messed up. So like we weren't shooting
that's what I'm
people,
like.
but like you
sister's
know,
Barbies
there were
have been through
Barbies. There were Barbies swinging from the ceiling fan. Like we were
My
cutting their
sister's
hair
dolls
off.
went
Like
to war with my brother's action figures on multiple occasions.
I used to do
and they always win.
My friend, my first friend was this kid across the street named Vince, and he played with Legos, and I played with Barbies, and we always he'd be all the Lego guys, and I'd be all the Barbie people who were like giants compared to these little Lego guys, and that was like the game we'd play.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
funny.
it's not quite as, like, just because it's feminine doesn't mean it's like cute and sweet and innocent. Like, we had some weird games and stuff, like,
That's true.
that we'd come up with. But.
Yeah. And just because it's quote unquote masculine doesn't mean that it's like super. Like I remember, like when my brother was little, he was really into rescue heroes, which I know Brian can relate to.
Yes.
And I had a lot of friends who were into rescue heroes,
I
but
have
sometimes
so many rescue heroes.
like when my brother would play with them or something like that, and I would like play with him, like it was like stories about them like dealing with like life problems, man. Like outside of just saving the day, they still had to go back and make sure that
You had to
things
go
were,
home
things
at
were,
the end.
you still had to go home at the end of the day. There was still some bickering around the table.
He did Grey's Anatomy with his rescue heroes. They had to deal with life.
Oh my god.
So many subplots you can't even follow, you know. So, yeah, I just think that's kind of an interesting thing that we do. But
You know what I think would really affect kids more than the toys would be like the books they read. If you specify what books your child is supposed to read, like
Right.
if you don't allow your daughter to read comic books, knowing that there's female superheroes out there.
Yeah.
Which can be good role models, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or things like you wouldn't let your son read a Junie B book or something like.
Yeah. Oh, I love Junie B. Jones.
See?
That was
I
my
remember
life.
Junie B. Jones. I feel like I think a lot of it has to do too with how you treat it in the classroom. Because like, there's all kinds of content that you can choose to. I mean, you know, these children can choose the content that they're going to consume, right? But there are lots of they have lots of choices. But I think how you're treated and what's expected of you has a lot of effect. Because they've done studies where, you know, they expect, if the teacher expects girls to do good in math, then they don't say you need to work harder. Whereas the boys, usually it takes them longer cognitively to get math. Just that's how it always works. So they're constantly told, you need to try harder, you need to try harder. So what ends up happening is girls tend to grow up with this idea that they are gifted and that they're good at it. And as soon as it gets hard, they don't have the you need to try harder thing going on, so they give up. But boys have been being told since they were like in kindergarten, you need to do it again, this is wrong, you need to do it again, and you learn how to take that and work with it. Whereas if you aren't treated that way. So just, it, you know, little things like that. I feel like how you're treated, because like, I don't know, I guess I grew up with I had dolls, you know, I had Barbies, like I had pink stuff everywhere. My walls were pink when I was a kid. But I think what really affected...
You're almost out of memory.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to stop?
Yeah, I just realized we're 30 seconds over too.
Oops.
You finish your thought.
I just think that how I was treated in school had a lot more to do with my feelings about self-esteem and math than the Barbies I played with.
Very insightful. If you want to check out more episodes, you can check us out on soundcloud.com/CYN podcast. You can check us out on iTunes, or Can You Not, under the podcast section. You can also give us a rating on iTunes, and we'll read it on the air if you do so. We're on Facebook. We're on the Twitter under CYNPLZ. Yeah. What did we learn today?
Nothing about dinosaurs.
Nothing about dinosaurs.
I learned that I think Big Musky Bucket is cool, and even if James didn't care about it, I thought it was pretty great, and I'm glad we stopped.
Shout out to James.
I learned that there's a lot of good movie music out there.
I also learned about the DMX Reading Rainbow song.
I learned that maybe schooling and stuff is more important as to how children define gender roles than something like toys, possibly. I'd be interested in learning more and talking about that. Anyway, can you not?
Can you not?
Can you not?